Hey guys, it's Spaces Sims, and we are back with more Radiant Tale. Just starting Chapter 5. We just ended the last part right as Chapter 5 started. Perfect timing. I did it on purpose. I'm just kidding, it was totally accidental, but still. Anyway. Virginia is back, my beloved Arthur. My voice. Dude, Virginia's voice right off the bat. When the magnificent white castle entered my vision from beyond the plaza, I thought, I'm really back home. It had been an everyday sight for me before, but it felt like it'd been ages since then. Before I left, I felt so lost and uneasy. Who would have thought? What's this, Spacey? Are you crying? Oh my, come now. A woman's tears are her secret weapon. You should save them for the right occasion, my dear. I want to date Ginny so bad just so we can cry and cry on him and make him feel guilty. And he's like, stop it! I'm the one who taught you that trick. I just want to have competitions about womaning our boyfriend Ginny. Like, that's all. Because you know damn well he'd be like way better at it than us. I'm not crying. You're crying. It's too early for tears. We still have one more show left after all. Indeed. At long last, there's only one Flora remaining. If it blooms, the prince will make a full recovery, right? Like they all said, there's just one Flora to go. We've heard updates about the prince's health from Aleste every now and then, but when I faced the castle, I was reminded of one fact. The task on our shoulders was one that would decide the future of this country, this world. One more. We must make it bloom. Isn't it a little too late for nerves? 5 isn't much of a difference from 4. All 4 shows were pretty hectic, but we pulled them off somehow, so I'm sure we'll nail it this time too. Indeed, and we've managed to come this far, and we owe that to you. I have more confidence. As long as we're all in this together, just like with our previous shows, we'll definitely succeed. Yeah, you're right. The goal was right before our eyes. I gazed at everyone, who were all thrilled and elated, before I looked back at the castle. It's really over after this last show. And reaching our goal marks the end of our journey, and my last chance to be together with everyone. I feel like it makes me feel sad. Like this game is really good at that. You're like, oh, it's like we're gonna end, and we're not gonna see. Right, we're only at near the end of the common route. This is I think the last chapter in the common route. Yes. And then we have to skip through the common route basically again, and we get several chapters with our love interest. Like, we're nowhere near the end of the game, but it makes you feel like, oh, we're coming to an end. Not really coming to an end. You know? Although I do feel like the way this one seems to be going is like, okay, then we're going to go off with whoever our love interest is and help them, so it's not going to be like in every other game, where maybe there's a common route, then you pick up a love interest, but you're still all together, you and your gang. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, they're gone, and like, we probably aren't going to see the other characters anymore in whatever route, so that's a little sad still, so. In the shadow of my determination was a sneaking pang of melancholy. I know, I feel it too, and again, we're just at the beginning. Apologies for the wait, all of you. Aleste! Look, he's here in person! Another character we can't date. But, like, I kind of wish we could. You took forever, Allie. What are you saying? I came right on time. Now then, though I'd like to discuss His Highness's condition right now. I was like panic-stricken. Yeah, so question mark, exclamation point. We're short on time, so I'll skip that. Phew! As for our immediate plans, first off, Ginia, come to the castle to make your reports. Roger that. I've also got business over there, so I'll go too. Understood. The rest of you, head to Lieber. I've already made reservations for all members. Ginny and I shall meet up with you tomorrow. Until then, please focus on recovering from the fatigue of your long journey. After all, we need all of you in tip-top condition for your last performance. Okay, we will. That is all. All right then. See y'all tomorrow. After a last announcement, the trio headed toward the castle. Meanwhile, the rest of us went to Lieber for the first time in so long. Aww. Back home. Before the familiar chime of our doorbell could end, I'm home, Spiria! The moment Spiria turned around, welcome home, Spacey. Kind of forgot her voice, but it was not the best anyway, was it? I leapt into her arms, into the embrace I loved very much. And all of you too, welcome back. Yep, we're home, Spiria. I've come to stay the night again. The rooms on the second floor are ready, so go ahead and get some good rest. I've also prepared a big feast for dinner, so don't miss out. I can't wait. I'm sure you'd like some private time to talk as a family. We shall head elsewhere for a while. That'd be great, thank you. Okie dokie, I'll join the crew and get some rest in the back of the tavern. With that, everyone retreated to their rooms, leaving the two of us together. And then, I thought it was done for, but everyone showed up to help. So our plan was a great success. My heart still races at the thought even now. I shared many, many memories with Spiria that I hadn't managed to fit in my letters. Sounds like you had a big adventure. Oh, I'm so sorry. I should let you get on with preparations for the evening. Don't worry about that. Talk as much as you want. I can do everything while listening. I can wait until later. We have plenty of chances to talk, so I'll hop out. You only just got home. How about you get some rest, too? I'm fine, really. If I don't do something, I'll get all fidgety. Some things never change. Mary had a wry smile on her face as she went to the kitchen. Well then, what should I help with? Cleaning, grocery shopping, cooking? We actually have to choose which one we're gonna do? I don't know. Cleaning. Alright, we help clean. I wonder if it matters, but... Alright, I think that's it. Next I'll change the water in the vases inside. Clad in my nostalgic work uniform, I finished cleaning up the storefront. Oh, right, I forgot the little fucking sheep postman. The Wooloo post. The Wooloo post. Squeak! The moment I turned to head back in, a figure passed by me. I hadn't realized it, but Zora was standing nearby. It was him that the Wooloo post delivered its letter. Was to him, sorry. What? Is it weird that I'd receive mail? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean it that way. It's heartwarming to see him standing next to the Wooloo post like that. I end up staring, but I can't tell him that. Like, you look so cute standing next to the adorable little sheep postman. 'Cause you do. Well, do what you want, I guess. It's not like it inconveniences me to be gawked at. Look at the little smug smirk on your face. You like it when I stare at you, don't you, you little clown bitch? I have to be defensive like you because I'm in love with you and I can't admit it. I can absolutely admit it. I love this fucker. I'll read this inside. Serve me whatever drink you recommend. Okay, I'll prepare something right away. Perhaps the letter held a message that made him happy, because Zora was in unusually high spirits and his joy spread to me. And he was smiling. It was because we were gawking at him. He's like, stare at me. Sexy. It should. Put on your clown costume. Listen, I've just got to come to terms with the fact that now we were at the point where I'm like, if you give me a brother in a route, I'll fuck him, sure, whatever. Doesn't bother me, and also, like, into clowns in anime/otome games. Listen, I don't get myself either, and these games have totally warped me, but it is what it is. Sorry for the wait. This is an original herb tea. Ooh, it looks so pretty! Like the frickin' teapot's pretty and the tea inside's pretty. Scent. You noticed? I mixed in some herbs from Cultura. When we visited Cultura, I picked some herbs with scents that I liked. This tea was my own concoction, mixing those into Lieber's classic blend. How do you know that that's gonna, like, oh, they smell really nice, but they're gonna taste good? You know what I mean? Like, you have to be a tea wizard, I guess. Just putting it out there, I did taste it beforehand, so I think it's okay, but it's my first time serving this to someone. We made him look at the look on his face. Don't give me those sexy bedroom eyes. You're gonna just throw me down on this table and have your way with me, aren't you? Okay with that. This is the man harem out, right? I mean, look at it. I mean, like, it's the smirk, because that's normally his perplexed eyes, but they're sexy, and then the little smirk on his face? Like, are you flirting with me? So I'm your lab rat, Fine. I'll drink it. I think... Yeah, but that look on your face was more like... Kind of made it special for me, didn't you? Alright. I see what you did. It might suck, but you did it for me, so, like, you feel special. Zora took a sip and swallowed, then... Oh my god, look, he's shocked! It's good. My god, look at your wide-eyed shocked face. Have we seen this sprite before? He let out that small whisper. My ears aren't playing tricks on me, right? Did you just say it's good? Why do you even have to ask? You heard me. Or do I have to say it multiple times before you're happy? It's good, it's good. You put it like that, those words lose their impact. What impact is there in the word good? Well, I just didn't expect you to fess up and be honest about it. I'd really like to know what sort of a person you imagine me to be. I was only giving you a frank assessment. I mean, your standards are always high, and your tongue is just as sharp. Oh, now he looks like he's gonna tease me and be mean to me, and I like it. Get that, like, sexy, angry face. What is with all these faces, sir? Where are they all coming from, and what are you doing to me? Put them away. Actually, don't. Keep them out. Okay, I get it. And next time I'll just say exactly what you expect from me. You really don't have to. Please keep being honest. Thanks. You two almost seem like old friends. You mean lovers? Yes. I'm glad you found someone you could speak your mind to. Huh? Wait, no, that's not... You'd say that. She takes things at face value and doesn't stop asking questions. She could stand to learn a bit of reservation. I only act like that because you got more twists and turns than a maze, Zora. We just slapped him back with the snark. I love it. Oh, I love it. Well, sorry for being so complicated. It's the first time I've ever seen Spacey open up to someone so much besides me and Rady. Look out for her in the future as well, will ya? Alright then, I'm heading out to buy some groceries, so I'll leave the rest to you. After seeing Spiria off, open up to him, huh? I didn't really think of our relationship in that way, but... And then I like this, like, so in Ion's little thing, you're like, the way he looks at you, you're like, there's a little flirty going on. This is now the flirty! Hello? Game, stop it. You're making me very confused on which route I'm gonna do. Spiria says it. Well, I can't deny it. But the fact she pointed it out in front of Zora, of all people... I felt heat gather in my cheeks. To be fair, I'm not doing Zephora's first, because I know that's kind of the recommended, but I love him the most, so I kind of want to save him, since I can. I would do the recommended order if it was, like, plot progression or, like, whatever, but since the first three, since Pashalia, Zora, and Ion don't really spoil anything else, and it's kind of like you can do whoever, then we're saving Zora, just because I want to linger. I want the torture. It's just... so far away and I need you. You know what I mean? If we do him first off the bat, it's just kind of like... because he's my favorite. I want to savor the waiting, you know? I felt heat gather in my cheeks, wanting to hide my embarrassment. By the way, who sent you that letter? Wanting to hide my embarrassment, I'd be like, alright, I'm gonna go back to cleaning. Instead, she keeps talking to him. You mean this? I quickly changed the subject. Knowing Zora, I'd brace myself for his scowl and a don't meddle with my private affairs, but... Wait, is this the one you just got? Could it be... It's from the citizens of Cultura. They wrote that they've apparently gathered signatures for a petition demanding Balto's dismissal. It should arrive later. After we left Cultura, the citizens started banding together and went around promoting this petition. If we have all those signatures, I'll be able to borrow a race regardless of what happens with Circus. In other words, he had taken one giant step toward taking Cultura back from Balto's clutches. Sometimes I don't breathe when I read, good God. Then, that being said, I can't start celebrating yet. I finally arrived at the starting line, that's all. In my eyes, contrary to his words, Zora seemed overjoyed in his own way. Because he's excited. He's probably trying to be like, alright, we gotta manage my expectations, but that doesn't mean you're not hyped up inside. That doesn't mean I'll cut any corners during our final show, though, so don't worry. That's the last thing on my mind. I know that you're the kind of person to see your decisions through to the very end. Now when he looks at me with that little smile on his face, kills me. Kills me not doing your route first, but I can't. I have to make you wait. Instead of giving me a reply, Zora drained the remainder of his tea. Then he perused the letter carefully. Of course, I'm happy that he's made progress with this, but not just that. This is physical evidence that the people of Cultura have changed for the better, and that warms my heart. I was sure that Zora felt the same. No, right now he was probably feeling a kind of happiness I could never imagine. Well, yeah, because he had gotten chased out of his own home. Well, like, you know, his uncle was like, oh, you should go on a vacation, that's what your parents want. And then he came back and was like, you abandoned them and they died! And then, like, people literally chased him out of his home. You know, so now that, like, everyone's like, oh, we were wrong. Balto's a dick! You know what I mean? Like, you're like, oh, thank God. Like, it's not like you chose to leave because you're like, fuck this place. People chased you out. You don't want to leave your home. You know? After I tidied the teaware, Shalia, I got back to cleaning the tavern interior. As I listened to the rustling of Zora going over the letter, I did my work in silence. In the past, I might have thought that this kind of moment was awkward. But now, though I couldn't pinpoint why, it actually felt quite pleasant. Then, sometime later, Oi! Suddenly I heard Zora's voice right next to me. Huh? Weren't you still reading? Finished ages ago. That aside, doesn't that hair of yours get in the way when you clean? Oh my God, are you gonna, like, pull my hair back? Or, oh my God, don't touch don't do it. Don't do it. Don't break my heart like this. My hair? Here, take a seat. Oh my God, are we gonna CG? Are you doing my hair? Stop it. Stop it. You can't get any hotter than you already are. Why? Why? Yes, you can, and you just did. Stop it, game! I want to be like, I hate you for this. I don't. I love it so much, but my heart, I can't breathe. Zora? Oh my God, look at this. Like, kind of looks a little forlorn, doesn't he? A little sad in the eyes. Oh, it's a CG, by the way, if you didn't figure that out, but like, don't turn around. I'll mess up. With his no-nonsense attitude, he made me sit down. I just love the fact that he is just doing our hair for us. Like, okay, just having someone play with your hair feels really nice. It doesn't matter who it is, and it doesn't have to be in a romantic sense. Like, your sister could fucking do it, and you're like, yeah, it just feels nice. You know what I mean? But then, like, so then putting this in there, you're like, oh, having someone touch your hair and play with your hair. I mean, unless you're not, as long as you're not totally touch-averse, right? Like, but, like, having people play with your hair or brush your hair, like, my niece has done that. Like, I want to do your hair. Okay, cool. I like having people brush my hair. It's nice when you go get your hair done and somebody's shampooing your hair. You're like, it just feels nice. It's comforting. You know what I mean? But then you take that nice kind of thing, and then you put it in this sense with the hot clown boyfriend, and it just becomes ridiculously sexy. It, like, goes over that line. But, like, even if you're not interested in Zora, you're like, no, he's not my type. You can't be like, oh, this doesn't make you swoon a little. Like, I wasn't allowed to turn my head at all, so I could only sit there obediently as he did something. I heard the rustling of a paper bag and felt him lift my hair gently. Did you, like, buy me a hairpin? Oh my God. And oh, she's so cute in this CG. And you know what I mean? Because, like, hair accessories, I think we've noticed in Otome games and everything is a little more like, oh, it's a little romantic-y. You know what I mean? There's just, like, that thing about it. And I don't know if that's, like, Japanese culture or just it was, like, old-timey type of a thing that now kind of, like maybe back in ye olde days it was more like, oh, A romantic gesture. He bought you a hairpin. Oh. And like so they keep kind of putting it in anime and otome games like symbolically, you know what I mean? But like so did you buy us a hair clip? Cuz that's super romantic, you know what I mean? Is that perhaps a barrette? I'd haphazardly braided my hair and let it run down my back, but he was slowly arranging it neatly into one bundle. Thank you. I'll give it back after I'm done. You don't have to. Someone gave it to me during work, and since it's useless in my hands, I'm tossing it to you. Oh, you say that, but you know he's like, no, don't I want you to. You shy, awkward weirdo. I love you. Oh, you look so beautiful. You sure? If you don't take it, it's going into the trash. Like, he's lying. I love the fact that he's like, I'm just going to throw it away. No, you aren't. No, and I bet nobody gave it to you. You bought it specifically for us, didn't you? Are we going to find that out in your route? Oh my god. That would be so much cuter. He's like, yeah, someone gave it to me, but I can't use it, so you take it. Instead of like, I bought it specifically for you, but I'm covering it up. Oh my god, this makes it harder not to romance you. But later, I can't do it right now, you know what I mean? I don't want to romance you first. It'll ruin everything for me. The waiting is the best part. It's like delicious and painful. Really? Ask again is the answer? I wanted to accept graciously. I'm gonna guess, perchance, when we're in less the common and more the Zephora route, we probably accept graciously. This is probably keeping it neutral for everybody, so. Are you sure I can just have this? You're not gonna bill me for it afterward? If you're that doubtful, you can just return to sender. Sorry, I didn't think I'd ever receive a gift from you, so I just said that without thinking. I shall accept it happily, good sir. Then, while arranging my hair... Well, I suppose it looks good on you. Zephora mumbled that... Oh my god. I'm gonna cry. Zephora... Oh, wait, Zephora praising me? Hey, don't let it get to your head. I'm only patting myself on the back for having such good fashion sense. Someone gave it to you. Oh, someone gave it to you. It has nothing to do with your fashion sense. It wouldn't hurt to be a little more honest. Yeah, or like, someone gave it to you, be honest. And then he's like, oh, fuck. Which one do I be honest? But you're right, it has nothing to do with my fashion sense or tell you the real truth that I bought it specifically for you. I think he bought it for us. Look, if that's not the case, like, I'm going to be a little sad in his route. Though I was grumbling at him, his act of consideration and his present made me want to jump for joy. I know, me too. I couldn't stop a smile from curling my lips. God, you can't. Taking advantage of the fact that he couldn't see my face, I grinned openly. Then, hey, are you... Suddenly Zephora broke the silence. What are you gonna do after everything's over? By everything, you mean circuses shows? Well, I'm just gonna return to my plain old life working at Lieber. I answered immediately, as if I didn't even need to question it. But then, yeah, because he's like, what are you gonna do? Do you want to come back with me? Stop it! Don't break my heart like this game! I feel like we're in his route, but we're not! Oh! Is that really what I want to do? I mean, having no choice in the first place versus choosing Lieber among many, they may seem similar, but they are very different. Finally understood what Spiria had said to me before my departure. For a moment, I wasn't so sure after all. I love the fact that they're holding these CGs for so fucking long. That they don't go away really fast, they're just here. But good god, it's hurting my heart. I think I'm gonna die. Guys, I don't think I'm gonna make it through this part. I'm gonna have a heart attack and die. I hope we'll succeed without incident and you'll get to return to your original life. Zora's words pull me back to reality. Oh my god, and he's being so ridiculously soft. Right now. Yeah. If our last show works out, you're going to go back to Cultura for good, right? Once we're done performing, I won't be of much use anymore, but I'll be cheering you on. Well, that's only if our show's smooth sailing. If. By the way, you've been growing out your hair. Well, I mean, like, who was going to be cutting it at the circus, right? When I was young, Spiria would say how pretty this hair got from my that I got from my parents is. I was ecstatic, and I've been growing it out ever since. Huh. His reply was as curt as always. Oh my god, look at the oh my god. Look at his expression though. Oh, it's so soft. So soft and beautiful. Stop it, game. You can't. Guys, I can't. Guys, I can't. It hurts so bad. Like, I just want to melt right now. Why do I love him so much? Like, this stupid clown bastard. It's like, okay, like, honestly, I must be extremely emotional right now because this is, like, literally making me want to, like, cry. Like, and that does not happen. You know, seriously, something is wrong with me. That's an understatement of the past year, but, like, good God, whatever it is that's fucking with me physically is, like, also making me, like, overly emotional. Like, dear God. Because, like, oh, this hurts my heart in such a good way, though. I love it, don't get me wrong. But, like, I don't know, like, we always have love interest when you get down the routes and you're like, no, it's so cute, guys. But this is, like, we're not even in his route, and I'm just lost. I'm gone. Like, forget it. There's... But even the little, all of, like, stuff with Ion was the same way. It's like, oh, stop, you're killing me. Like, this game is gonna kill me, guys. I can't. I love it very much so far, and we're not even through the common route, but I love all of our little chuckle fucks. They're all great. I feel like the routes are gonna be so good, and I'm just here for the gorgeous freaking art and our beautiful, soft little marshmallows. Like, I can't. Ugh. But when he whispered that, his voice sounded very gentle in my ears. Ugh. Well then, I'll be upstairs. Okay, thanks. I'll come call you when it's time for dinner. Sephora didn't even turn around to look at me, but he waved his hands as he walked off. He just doesn't want to look you in the eye because he was just touching your hair, and he's like, I love you. Alright, I gotta go! Stop it! I'd be so sad not picking him. That's why we're going to save him for last, too, because then I'll feel better. After he had disappeared to the second floor, I realized, after the show ends, I won't be able to chat with him like this anymore. With that thought came a wave of loneliness. However, I need to work hard for our last show. Not just for me, and not just for us, but for Zephora's wish to come true, too. I wonder if in each one, like in each route, you choose a different, like, option. You know what I mean? Like, instead of cleaning, you end up running into Zephora. You know what I mean? Did we do our common route save? Oh, we do. Okay. I cheated by clicking on, like, Ion's route just to scroll down and see. Yeah, we go groceries. Okay. I mean, that kind of... Oh. I mean, but I didn't click on Sephora's. I looked at Pashalia's, and, like, so each one of those choices leads you down a different one for them. And then I would assume for Rady, maybe a new choice appears type of a thing. But I would assume to get into or get points for Zephora. I wish I had known that because I might have been like, okay, but it's fine. We'll redo this. We'll get this kind of scene again when we get down to Zephora's route, you know, but at least the next time, depending on who we choose, this will be different. So that's good. Anyway. With my fingertips, I caressed the beret he had put on me before hardening my resolve. I thought we were going to see each one of them, like, a little bit, but the next day, though the events of yesterday still weighed a bit on my mind, Ginny and Aleste are going to arrive soon, so I need to act normal. Yeah, so the events of yesterday that are weighing on your mind would be depending on who's, like, which choice you made to technically who you got to speak to. I kind of do like that the game, like, put us, like, that the guide is like, yeah, go talk to Zephora. But, like, I kind of almost wish she'd put, like each individual one. Like, you could do cleaning will have a scene with Zephora, then choose this will that. You know what I mean? Like, I guess that would have been too convoluted and complicated to put in there. And then you'd be like, well, who do you choose? So it's all right. It's fine. That just made me ache for him more and cement that I adore him. And we have to save him for last. I can't do that route first right now because then, like, what do I have to look forward to? That's not true. I love all the characters, but because Zora is still squeaking out above everybody else, if Ginny were a route, it might be a hard fucking tie. Okay, but Ginny is not a route, so I can only adore our side character as a side piece. But for the main characters, like, I'm really curious about Rady's story too, don't get me wrong, but like Rady and Vilio have to stay kind of at the end. There's no choice. So for the other three, Zora is still my favorite. I kind of want to do his last. But Ion and Pashalia, I could go either way because I like them both, so like it doesn't matter. But Ion's little story kind of intrigued me a little bit. And like, so I think I'm leaning toward doing his first. And then we'll do Pashalia, then we'll do Zora. So that's where I'm leaning right now, but who knows because it's a couple parts from now. And again, like I said before, if there's a certain character, like, but here's the deal. I mean, that's the route we're going to go down because if you're like, no, do Pashalia first, we're going to do him second. So, like, Zora is definitely going third. So, like, I guess it really doesn't matter. I know I said that I think a couple parts ago, like, oh, like, who do you want to see? Like, it doesn't really matter. By the time I see the comments, it'll be like, too late. We're in halfway through Ion's route, probably. And then I'm saving Zora for last. So you really don't have, there's really no other option there. So that was probably a dumb thing for me to be like, hey, give me it. Let me know what you think. And then I'm just going to ignore it because there's really no other option, actually. Because, like, I highly doubt whatever part I said that in will go up before I start whatever route I do. But if it does, then if you've left your thoughts and everybody's like on the Pashalia wagon, then we'll do his first. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm not really sure what part's gone up yet and like what part I said that in. And like, I don't really know what's happening anymore, okay? Like, Dementia Grandma Spacey is just doing whatever at this point. Ugh. Ginny and Celeste are going to arrive soon, so I need to act normal. Okay. I psyched myself up as I put away the now clean breakfast plates and cutlery. Then, after a slight wait, sorry to keep you all waiting, guys. Gonna be a little more sing-songy, I guess. Ginny appeared with an energy that seemed out of place on a sleepy morning. Keep it down, you're being a nuisance at this hour. He came side by side with Celeste, whose eyebrows were furrowed. Okay, like, listen. If Ginny can't be a love interest, can these two date? Because I kind of love them together. But I also kind of, can you just both be bisexual and I'll just be in the middle of this man sandwich? Because I'm here for that too. I'm just saying. Again, where's my harem? Because, like, everyone in this game is kind of starting to be welcome in the harem. I'm just saying. Except for what's-his-face. From Ferris. Not my favorite. Nah. But, like, even Leon, like, you're a little kind of a bit of a... You know what, fine. You know what? I make room for you. Because, like, you're kind of fun. Ginny is my favorite of the side characters. But I still think of Ginny as, like, a main character I just can't date. Which is fucking weird. And, like, I want to be like, Celeste is my favorite of the side characters, but Ginny is actually a side character. But my brain doesn't want to accept that, so whatever. Ew! They are earlier than I expected. Hi, guys. I haven't seen you since yesterday. Huh. What's the occasion? Ginny is on time for once. I was with him, and being late is unacceptable in my books. You two reek of alcohol. He's right. They smell like Rady the day after he's been binge drinking. Ginny is still a little drunk, that's why he popped it early, and Celeste is like, yeah, well, I haven't slept at all. Did you perhaps drink the night away? Well, you see, Ellie was so happy that he got to see me again after such a long time. I mean, at least you were just drinking. Was that all you were doing? Were you making out a little? Because I'm okay with that. He just wouldn't let me go until morning. Sheesh, and that was so much trouble. This sounds a little more romantic than it should. I know it's not meant to, but I'm reading into it like, He wouldn't let me go until morning. Oh. Oh. Wink. Don't make things up. No matter how you view it, I was the one forced to put up with you. Oh, I love their dynamic. They're such good friends. They're roommates. They were childhood pals and had even been co-workers. Oh god, they'd make the best lovers. They were bickering and bantering. They probably were elated about this long-time reunion. Ginny seemed to be wearing his usual demeanor, but I could tell he was in a good mood. It's like so adorable, though, that Ginny is like, I'm so happy I get to see my bestie again. And Alette's like, shut up, I hate you. You're a pain in my ass. Let's go drink all night and cuddle. They're adorable besties. I love them. Though we have some moments to spare, time doesn't wait for anyone. Everyone's present, yes? In that case, I shall proceed with our plans. Alest cleared his throat. First, a report about His Highness. Oh no. That worry didn't last, however. Because for some reason Alest fell silent and tears welled up in his eyes. What's wrong, Alest? Does your tummy hurt or something? He's such an idiot. I love him so much. No, apologies. Even the memory of it makes me choke with emotion. Well, that's one of the reasons we got so carried away last night. Go ahead and tell them. I shall. After the prince drank the nectar of the fourth flora. You won't believe this, but he whispered. I'm lonely, he said. Lonely? The prince verbalized his emotions with his voice. He hadn't even been able to speak a single word before, but he conveyed what he was feeling of his own accord. Alest's voice wavered as he talked, making emotions surge in my heart all the same. Hey, that means his frozen heart's nearly thawed, right? It must. It hasn't changed this dramatically until now, so that has to be it. Phew, that's great. It looks like all our efforts weren't for nothing. Indeed. I am concerned about what he said, however. In conclusion, we're one step away from our goal now, right? Exactly. The prince has changed to an unimaginable extent thanks to the flora you all bloomed. The last flora left will likely be the final piece to a full recovery. His Majesty's impressed with the results you've produced so far. Thus, the king and the prince will be present as spectators at your last show in our theater. It's not going to be the flora that blooms that fixes his heart. It's going to be just our show. Nice! We got an audience already! And the prince hasn't left the castle for the past 10 years, so this will be a chance for him to see the smiles of his people. That's what the king wants, you see. Well, we were assembled for the prince, but those two haven't seen a single show. Guess I should have expected that they'd come. What? Need to work hard to impress him, too. Wait. Hold up! Indeed, and this is an opportunity to make up for the blemish on our record, for the failure of our first show. Let us do our best. Everyone acted as if it wasn't a big deal, but... Oi! Hold up, guys. Pause. That of our country's gonna come watch. Shouldn't you be, like, more nervous or something? Brady said exactly what I was thinking. I am nervous. Yeah, my heart's pounding like mad. But I can't even sense a sliver of tension from you. It's not like we can change the fact that they're attending. There's no point in wasting energy on something so futile. Yep, what he said. And the decision's final, so we've got to live with that fact. Or you've got to live with that fact. We? Ginny is like, I don't care. Personally, I can't wait. Wow. Nothing can faze the mighty dragon, huh? I mean, we've already succeeded 4 times. No matter who our audience may be, our job's to bring joy to everyone there. Right? Vilio declared that boldly, and watching him... He's right. I couldn't stop myself from tensing up, but our duties were still the same. Whether they were researchers, craftsmen, artists, gladiators, or royalty, we'd do the same thing as always. Make every single one of them smile. Fine. How am I supposed to object after hearing that? Vilio always says the most moving things during times like these. He really is a good motivational speaker for being slightly stupid. Like, little himbo, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like he's totally stupid. He's just a little derpy. And he's innocent, but a little stupid. But that's what we love about him. I thought I was just stating the obvious. Did everyone feel differently? No, not at all. You said exactly what we were all thinking. We'd already made it this far as a team. Let's make everyone smile. That's right. Like, he's so innocent and sweet. Okay then, what should we perform? Our theater doesn't have a particular problem that stands out, right? Our initial flop was because we didn't promote properly, so I don't think it'll happen again. Well, for better or worse, lots of people here jump at chances to experience the new and extraordinary. So yeah. And this city is a melting pot of people and trade. It's the most prosperous commercial city, after all. Our usual strategy of deciding a program based on our investigation might not work this time. Well, we've done all kinds of scenarios in our previous shows, so I suppose we have a few options. Hey, guys! The team began brainstorming ideas, but Vilio cut that short and raised his voice. Listen, I have an idea. I hope it doesn't involve burning down the tent again. It might be a little dangerous if you breathe fire like last time. Vilio's idea, huh? This is a first, right? And we've accepted some minor proposals he made, so strictly speaking, it should not be the very first time. Since it was Vilio talking, we felt a little doubtful whether it'd work out, but see, they're all like, he's kind of stupid, so... Oh, a little himbo. It's fine, sweetie. Don't worry, my idea is only going to be the inspiration. I'll ask Spacey to work out the details and produce it. See, and like everyone kind of insults him, and he's like, whatever. Aw, you're so innocent and adorable. Once Vilio said my name, their attitudes changed dramatically. Alright, that should be fine. If she's the producer, I can rest assured that our show is in good hands. Oh, I suppose that works. So what's this idea you have? That's a lot of pressure. Okay, so this time... I just realized he's got one glove on and one glove off. Like his right hand, he's got like the arm warmer kind of glove thing going on, and the other left hand doesn't. Oh, good lord! After hearing Vilio's proposal, we all gave our input and advice. Then we all went our separate ways and worked toward making Vilio's idea into reality. I need to get ready too. Good. Everything's going well so far. My preparations were proceeding smoothly, as where everyone else is. I guess we don't do a map sequence here, huh? The big day was right around the corner. To make this the best show I can, I need to work hard until the very last moment. I'm gonna guess not, because, like, we would have done it already, and we've already kind of done that, I think, in the first chapter. From backstage, I stole a peek at the audience. Oh, we're doing the show already? Oh, okay. Our first show in our theater felt like it had to have been eons ago. Because today, well, the weird thing is they had a first show. We weren't part of that, though. We have a full house. Moments before the opening, the interior of the tent was overflowing with people. And around the center of the audience seats, I could see King Vigonia, as well as the petite Prince Calivus sitting in a large chair. Right, because Calivus sounds like a disease. A medication for some kind of disease. Calivus sounds like the medication to cure yourself of Vigonia. Begonia doesn't sound that bad. It sounds like begonia with a V, but you know. Really here? Oh no. Starting to get jittery. My grip on the curtain tightened a bit. Come on, chin up. You're looking all tense like that. You're not going to spread any joy. If you want someone to smile, and then you have to smile first, remember? Look at you winking at me, gorgeous bastard. That's right. Oh, look at our band of merry men that Rady's missing, but like, like we can't even date the one in the middle. See, but it's shit like this. It's like, why can't we date Ginio? Why would you have done this? and not had Ginia as a fucking dateable character when, like, Aleste and Leon and everybody else is coming in, like, yeah, okay. Like, they're just coming in for little bits. But, like, Ginia is there the whole time with us, just like one of the main characters. So it feels a little wrong that he's not a love interest. You know what I mean? When I turned around, I saw all my trusted friends there with me. Soon, the final show would begin. Together, we'd all do our best to make one single person smile. No, let me correct that. To see everybody here leave with a smile. So please, all of you, please.
Don't worry. I'll do this right. I promise.
It'll definitely be a wonderful show. I won't betray your hopes. This, I swear. We'll get this right in one go.
Let's show them what we've got.
Let's all do our best as a team. We can do this, so don't worry about a thing. I felt almighty when we stood on the stage. Together, we could do anything. I was surrounded by trusted comrades with whom I shared both joys and sorrows. My lips curled into a grin, and I drew in a deep breath. Then, let us begin! It's showtime! It feels like you're like, we're like at the end, guys. Like, almost of the common route, I guess, but... I mean, I don't think we're getting to the end of the common route today. I think we got longer than 15 minutes, but who knows? We'll get through our show, though. This is a tale of a man who was powerless on his own. A tale of how he found his comrades and kindled the torch of hope for all.
This man, you see, wanted to change the world. He believed that it could become a kinder place for everyone.
Is this Clivis? Looks like him.
However, he hung his head and cast his eyes down as he lamented. He was tiny, insignificant. He couldn't make a difference.
Matching Ginia's narration, I walked onto the stage. Our show in Ferris had been the story of Arthur and Regules? Is that where we're going with? Whatever. Now, in our final show, we would unravel the next part of that tale. This was a legend of the beginning that everyone was familiar with. Arthur, after becoming friends with Regules, formed contracts with the four great spirits and became the leader of the world. Am I Arthur? Do we get to see me? Wait, did you just say I should play King Arthur? Yeah, I guess we are. Yeah, it suits you perfectly. Hold on, King Arthur, our first king, the one who formed contracts with the four great spirits, that King Arthur? Me? Not to mention he was a man, and Ion played the role last time. I'm fine with being the narrator, so Ginia should be... No, it has to be you this time, Spacey. Right, guys? Because we're from Arthur, so this is our story now?
Yeah, well, this story's only impactful because the protagonist isn't special at the start. If we choose Ginia, he'd be really hard for everyone to empathize with. Exactly. I can't stop my noble aura from gushing out.
I also think you should be the protagonist this time. Agreed. You are our best choice for this story. Look, Amir Furball is one of the actors playing a great spirit. If you put on a black cloak or something, you'll be fine. Being a woman won't be a problem if you don't talk. You can let the narrator take over. And it wouldn't matter anyway, because Zora was playing the fucking wind spirit who was a woman. You know what I mean? Like, the whole time, every time we've been characters, it hasn't mattered. Like, you know what I mean? So why would it matter this time? You know what? I mean, I get, like, we gotta be like, oh my god, it's me! But, like, I feel like they should be pointing that out. Like, some of us have played female characters. I know than Shakespeare's time, that's where drag came from. But, like, come on, girl. You can be a drag king. Let's go. See? You have to be our star this time. Since that happened, Zora, Pashalia, Ion, and Rady would be the four great spirits. Vilio would, of course, play Regules, Arthur's dragon friend. As for me, I was going to take on the role of King Arthur, protagonist of the story, because we're the protagonist of this story. I mean, I like what they did here. Because they could have had us just play a wind spirit or whatever, like normal, but like, they put us in the protagonist's place because the story revolves around us. Like, it's a very nice parallel. He was often depicted as powerful and mighty like a hero. We added some bold touches to our depiction of him, and we weaved our own embellishment into the story to suit the performance. Regules, played by Vilio, but he's not in dragon form. Hey, Arthur. If you want things to change, you have to try. You can't change anything unless you take that first step. But you know that already, don't you? And like this is paralleling the story in the game. I like it. You'll be fine. You have me. So let's move forward together. And the fact that, like, you know, he's that, like, Vilio is our end goal, basically, because he's our canon end boyfriend.
Hearing the words of his friend Regules, Arthur decided to press on. Seeking to borrow the powers of the great spirits, he visited each to form a contract.
It's not technically a CG, but it's cutesy background art. No, in case you wanted to, like, know that. We're back to our little, like, chibi arts. But it's freaking adorable.
However, the four spirits were quite the unique characters, and they wouldn't be persuaded so easily.
I'm gonna guess Pashali is playing water, Zephora's playing wind, Rady's playing fire. Well, Rady is an earth, right? He's actually an earth fae, right? So, okay, then he'd be earth, and then Ion would be the fire spirit. Yep. Silius, played by Rady.
You wish to borrow my wisdom? Fine. In exchange, I want you to tell me something. I want to know where this heart you humans speak of. My dance is perfect, so why won't any of the humans here smile?
Hearing Silius's question, Arthur replied, "Oh my god! We have choices in this. I'm gonna guess it's you have to smile first, because that's what Ginny had just told us, right?" Yes! Cool, good for me.
If you want someone to smile, you have to smile first.
Dance with us! Now everyone, stand up and join in! A bright, cheerful melody began playing the moment Vilio yelled out. Silius, you too! I'm sure you'll understand what a heart is after this. We dragged in the entire audience onto the stage. They all danced freely, shaking their arms and bodies to the beat of the song. I'm assuming they're dancing in their spots. Even the king was no exception. The king is grooving? He's busting a move? Look, he looks so happy. That's so cute. I can't remember when I last danced. That's adorable. Instead of him being like, what, I'm a king, he's like, woo! Get down, get down. Raise the roof, king. I love this game so fucking much. It's ridiculous, absurd, and like just ridiculously fluffy. Everyone showed off their unique moves all around the tent. Rady and I watched as we danced along too, smiles of joy lighting up our faces. Being perfect might be important at times, but I think there's something much more precious. Having fun with everyone. Hearing about someone and sharing your time with them, I think that makes a heart. Don't you agree?
I'm convinced. I'll lend you my wonderful wisdom.
I like that's so cute. Oh, I don't know if you saw that. I miss Libra. Oh, yeah, because, I mean, that's who he was playing before. But, like, I like how the little panel changed and they showed what Silius probably looked like, and he was such a fucking nerd. That was adorable. What? You want me to help you? Well, I suppose I could, but only if you beat me at a game. Zephora lifted his arm, and a gust of wind rushed across the venue. I just hid something very precious inside this place. And someone present has it right now. If you find it, you win. If you surrender, you lose. Now show me what you've got.
Hearing Libra's words, Arthur pondered for a moment. All right, everyone. Please give Arthur a hand. Everyone who has something very precious here, please raise your hands.
Oh, I'm supposed to raise my hand now, right? We'd given instructions to the audience beforehand, so they all raised their hands at Ginny's cue. Their mannerisms were all different. Some were eager, some were shy, but Leon's like, oh, I have to do this, right? Leon, you're ruining everything. Everyone cooperated nonetheless, and I felt my heart fire up at the sight.
Thank you very much, everyone. But, oh no, Arthur looks very lost. With so many raising their hands, he can't tell where the spirit held the very precious something.
Choose the right person if you can. If you give up, I'll tell you where I hid it.
When pressed for an answer, Arthur replied,
I'll choose. I think. Or would we say I can't choose because I have to admit defeat? I would have said I'll choose. Oh no, it's I can't choose. Okay. So you couldn't figure it out, After Zora said his line, I shook my head in an exaggerated motion.
Arthur's answer was that everyone present must be correct, unless he wasn't able to choose.
Without exception, everyone has something very precious to them. Of course we'd all raise our hands. So it's only natural that he can't choose any person in particular. Yeah, see, okay. You didn't specify whose precious something it was, either. Looks like you didn't fall for my trick. Though I knew he was acting, when Zora smiled, it was gentle and warm, like the one he'd worn in Cultura. See, and now we're falling up, don't you? It's like, it was gentle and warm, and our hearts stopped. I know, mine's going to. Stop it. Perfect answer. As promised, I'll help you too. Oh, see, we're going to get the wind spirit thing now. Look at her! She's adorable! That's who Zora is. See? There's Celius over there. He's so cute. He looks like he rolled out of Harry Potter. Leave.
Welcome, you two. I heard about you from Celius and Libera. Sorry, I'm tied up with something right now. I'll gladly help after you solve it for me, though.
Celius spread his arms and looked out over the entire tent.
And the little ones won't listen to me at all. They're still playing around as they please and causing trouble for everyone.
What? What? Hey, don't get my glasses wet. See, he's laughing.
See, that's why I have my hands full at the moment. Could you get them to stop? To grant Leave's request, Arthur headed over to the spirits.
Most people can't see them, so we used a little trick to make the ones helping us out appear visible to everyone. They were all holding glowing stones in their hands. Looking at them, I said, don't do that. Why aren't you listening? Why aren't you listening? Probably we want to ask their opinion. Yes, why aren't you listening? Woohoo! Because you're not, don't do that. It's like, why aren't you listening? I'm curious.
After talking to the spirits, Arthur passed on their words to Leave. He said that the spirits were feeling lonely because Leave had left them behind to fawn over humans alone. I see. I'm so sorry, everyone. Let's make up and be friends again.
Pashalia lifted his baton. With that, a gentle melody flowed out. Spirits drifted elegantly in the air as they gathered around Pashalia. He then conjured water flowers and gave them out to the spirit, saying,
So sorry I didn't pay proper attention to your voices.
Just thinking about things won't get your feelings across. You need to consider the other party and communicate correctly.
It's you two. I promised. I'll help as well.
Oh, we're gonna get Leave. There she is. Girl, look at those saucy little boob cups. Her little seashell bra. Valen, played by Ion. I have been waiting for you. I've heard about you from the other spirits. If you want my aid, you must earn it. Fight me and prove your strength.
And the last one was Valen, famed for being a proud and noble warrior.
We're obviously going to go over because we're going to finish our show.
The spirit challenged Arthur to a battle upon their meeting, and he fought resolutely to realize his dream. However, Arthur lost immediately.
Keep trying or ask for help. I feel like asking for help is good because sometimes you can't do things alone, right? No, it's keep trying. Okay. Never give up! Never surrender!
Althea refused to give up. The moments before Valen's next attack landed on the man.
You dodged it. No, the earth moved.
The ground would shift.
A gust this time.
And the wind would neutralize the attack.
Ah, the other spirits are helping us. Then I'll use fire. Water. The little, symbols for the, elements are really pretty.
When flames arose, water would extinguish them. At long last, Valen lowered his weapon.
Why are all of you helping him? In my memories, you are not beings that would help humans voluntarily. And you only protect him from harm, but are not attacking me. If you all stuck me together along with the dragon over there, you would secure a swift victory. If you all struck me together, sorry. Why are you on the defensive instead? It's simple. Arthur doesn't wish to do that. You told him to prove his strength, right? Winning shouldn't be the only way to do that.
This guy's strength isn't physical power.
His unyielding heart, filled with determination to realize his dreams and an ideal future. You fought him, so I'm sure you already know what we mean. Indeed, you are the strongest person in the world. As promised, I shall help as well. Here we go. Here he is. I love it. Look at our little artwork is all complete now. Oh, there it goes. This story's a little different from the one I know, but this must be the result of your unique journey, huh? You found some great friends, Spacey. Here it is. There it's back. I love it. It's adorable. So cute.
And thus, Althea managed to gain the aid of all 4 great spirits. At last he could realize his dreams and...
Ginia, join us! Before Ginia could finish his narration like we'd rehearsed, someone cut him off. It was Vilio, who called out to him directly before heading backstage to drag him out. Huh? Vilio had improvised this, and for a moment, Ginia, of all people, was taken aback. But it only lasted for an instant. Look at his little surprise face. Eyes are beautiful when he's surprised. Ginia's always beautiful. Jesus Christ. He's basically a fucking clown himself. There's something about the, circus, magician, jester, clown, ringmaster thing. We've said this before, but, goddamn, you can't dress him like this and then not let me date the motherfucker. Makes me so mad.
Well, I can't simply turn down an invitation like this, can I? I, the circus's leader, Ginia, shall gladly lend you a hand.
Should have expected nothing but the best from Ginia. He reacted on the fly and took the stage while making it entertaining. Talk about surprising, but ad-lib was so Vilio's style. We couldn't leave any member out. This was a show worthy of our vision, of our beliefs. Oh my god. Are we getting a CG with everybody?
Althea, with his comrades by his side, began to stride toward realizing his dreams. But what filled his vision was a radiant world that dazzled his eyes.
He's just a human. A puny human who can't do anything alone. Am I really the right person? Will I really make it through to the end?
Althea was filled with doubts. However...
Oh my god, we are going to get a CG with everybody. It's like the end times. It's like the end of the game, but it's not. Stop it. Why does it hurt? You're like, oh, I feel so sad but happy. Everyone knows you stood your ground alone, you know. You don't have to do it alone anymore. Oh my god, they all look so great. Oh, Ginny is gorgeous.
We put in a ton of effort because we wanted to help you.
If we do not stand together, we can't win.
Don't worry. If you feel uneasy, we'll shoulder it with you.
And then there's fucking Vilio right in the middle, because he's your canon boyfriend. But it's always Shazam because you have, again, look at this beautiful fucking CG with everyone, but you can't date Ginia. Crime. Crime of the century. There are people waiting for you right here. We came together for your sake. We only came together because you're you. Come on, work up a bit of courage and take your first step forward.
These lines were also meant for Prince Calivis. A message for the prince who fought alone all this time, sealing away his heart in solitude. I know, but I love how it ties in so much to us, and you're like, we can take our first step forward, but we can't go with all of you. And then the game won't let us date Ginny, and it's a crime. For the prince who is stronger and kinder than anyone in this entire world, hope that our feelings will reach you. Oh, no, don't leave. I like that, CG. Bring it back. Wishing that with all my heart, I grabbed my black cloak and flung it off. There it is again! Yay! I reached out toward all the hands held out to me. I was scared at first, too. I was scared about walking into the big wide world. But I was able to come this far because all of you were with me. Some things are impossible alone, but with partners by your side, anything is possible. This is literally like the end of the fucking game, guys. This is what it feels like. And you're necessary, too. Come along. Let's march into a radiant future together. Muster the strength to step outside. Family, your friends, your own companions are right there, so everything will be okay. Even if there's sadness along the way, I'm sure that a bright future is waiting for you just within reach. Oh, look at his giant, scary eyes. Prince was watching the stage filled with vibrant lights and sounds. The shape of his heart had still been blurred, as if a fog hung over it. But now, seeing the many smiles surrounding him and hearing that special message for him, the fog slowly but surely cleared.
Come on, be brave. Take that one single step.
Light returned to those once empty eyes. Then... Oh my god, he's crying. Aww. And smiling. Thank you. What the hell? Stop! It's so cute. I do actually really kind of like the way, I mean, we're not done with the common route. We're going to continue. But, like, I love how the common route is absolutely, like, the whole point is getting, like, healing the prince and doing all that. So, like, that's basically where this is going to end. Like, yay! Wasn't that a great game? You don't even have to romance anyone. You get the whole point of the game done. And then everyone's individual stories are their routes. So, like, you know, going with Zora, figuring all that shit out and doing that. It's like almost like, I mean, I guess that's the way most games go. There's always like, oh, this person's got their story within the main plot, but you're going through their path and the overarching plot. This one's like, here's the main plot. You cured the prince. Alright, anyway, so now you're going to go date this person and deal with their shenanigans. And, like, you're not doing both at the same time. Kind of cool. I mean, I'm sure there's other, like, things surrounding this main overarching plot that maybe you find out more in Vilio's route. That's why he's locked. You know what I mean? So there's more to do with it. And you might find out little bits and pieces more of the story. But I'm going to assume Pashalia, Zora, and Ion are more, like, centered on themselves. Like, this is the main thing. We did it. As far as we're concerned, we're going to wrap it up here. Then you choose to go with Zora or Ion or Pashalia, right? And then you're dealing with their story. We've gotten a little sneak peek of it, but it's all going to be focused on them instead of we're focusing on them and how they're interwoven in the main plot. It's like, nope, we've already seen how they got wrapped into this. There's a plot here. Theirs is totally separate. I kind of like that. It's a little different. I'm trying to think of, like, games where we've done things like that. It's usually like there is a main plot and the main plot changes a little bit based on whose route you're on, but still, the game itself a lot of times repeats a lot of the same shit. You know what I mean? You're like, yeah, we've already done a lot of this if you can't skip because it's the same main plot, just a different love interest that you're going down with. So there's bits and pieces that are different, but the main part is the same. And this is like, we got the main part out of the way. Here you go. Like, kind of interesting that it's structured like this, especially because right now this feels like you're at the end of the game. Like, we did our thing and everyone's gonna leave and we're at the end of the game and it hurts. Like, that CG was such a fucking end of the game CG. An absolute, like, thanks for playing CG. And you're like, no, we're only just getting started. We haven't even done a single round. Like, holy shit.
Game, stop giving me the feels before we're even like partway done. Jeez. Anyway, but yeah, we'll continue and maybe we'll wrap up the common route in the next part or so. So we'll see. I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.